Hey guys, MasaeAnela here, and welcome back to an episode of Ocarina of Time 3D Master Quest! And I'm probably really confusing this dog right now. In the last episode, we finished up all of our backtracking that we wanted to do, and in this episode, we are finally going to be heading off to the Temple of Time. And I have two doggies. Oh, one left. Anyway, before we go off to the Temple of Time, and before we tackle anything too serious, I do want to check something out very briefly. At this point in the game, this place has finally opened up, or has stocked its shelves, rather. This is the Bombchu shop! That's right, now that we can use Bombchus, this has opened up. It's kind of interesting for a few reasons. For one, if you talk to them, it says it's only available in limited quantities. Yeah, basically, these do not restock. So if you really like to use Bombchus for some reason, be sparing with these, because once they're out, they are out. The other thing is that for some reason it's only open at nighttime. I don't know, maybe it's some sort of black market thing or something, but you can only come here at nighttime. These don't restock, rather. And if you look off to the far right, there is a picture of Skyward Sword artwork. Yeah, it's really, really cool. There's a few of these throughout the game. I think this is the first one that you can actually see, but I always thought that was a really, really nifty little Easter egg. Anyway, so now that we're done checking out your Bombchus, good sir, we are ready to tackle some of the more serious tones that we're about to encounter. If we come over to this really far back alley, we can find a collapsed soldier. If you talk to him, "Are you the boy from the forest? I finally met you. I have something to tell you. Ganondorf, the Gerudo King of Thieves, betrayed our king. Zelda's attendant, Impa, sensed danger and escaped from the castle with our princess. I tried to stop Ganondorf's men from chasing them, but the princess was waiting for a boy from the forest. That's you. She wanted to give something to the boy. If you received it from the princess, hurry to the Temple of Time." And with that, he stops moving. I always find this super chilling. If you talk to him again, he's not moving anymore. He outright dies. Yeah, I discovered this a little bit later, but when I saw it for the first time, it really, really shocked me. Like, I was super, super surprised that they actually showed the gravity of the situation in that way. And this guy is just standing guard out here, and he has no idea that his coworker slash friend is dead in an alley. That's a little bit sad. I wish we could actually tell him, be like, "Hey, by the way, there's a guy in the alley that's dead." But anyway, with that, we are finally ready to head off to the Temple of Time. Apparently this dog wants to come with us. Alright, so head up the stairs and go on in. Welcome to the Temple of Time. Now, I will definitely say that I like the Temple of Time a lot. This place always felt really, really special to me and kind of mystical in its own way. It's like one of those super old cathedrals and stuff. And if you come up here to this pedestal, there are 3 hollows and an inscription here. "Ye who holds 3 spiritual stones, stand with the Ocarina of Time and play the Song of Time." That is how the inscription reads. Let's go ahead and do that. that, our spiritual stones have opened up a new way to go. And speaking of these stones, these are so pretty like this. I don't know, just seeing them up for display and the little chime that they make, like the little oh sound that they're making right now. I don't know, I always found it super pretty and kind of mystical in its own way. And I love just sitting here and staring at them because I wish I could have things like that, you know? And now with that, let's head on in. Link, isn't that... It's that legendary blade. The Master Sword. Excellent work. As I thought, you held the keys to the door of time. You have led me to the gates of the sacred realm. Yes, I owe it all to you, kid. Link. Wake up, Link, the chosen one. Now I have to say, I love this place. This place is so pretty. Look at this. It's like glowing water coming down from the sky and the walls are like shimmering. I absolutely adore this place. I don't know, I like water in general, but this is so gorgeous. I am Rauru, one of the ancient sages. Ages ago, we ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the entrance to the sacred realm. This is the Chamber of Sages, inside the Temple of Light. The Temple of Light, situated in the very center of the sacred realm, is the last stronghold against Ganondorf's evil forces. The Master Sword, the evil-destroying sword that you pulled out of the pedestal of time, was the final key to the sacred realm. Link, don't be alarmed. Look at yourself. And now I have to say, our sudden puberty was very kind to us. Link is pretty now. And apparently Navi thinks so too. Look, Link, you're big now. You've grown up. The Master Sword is a sacred blade that evil ones may never touch. Only one worthy of the title of Hero of Time can pull it from the pedestal of time. However, you were too young to be the Hero of Time. Therefore, your spirit was sealed here for 7 years. And now that you are old enough, the time has come for you to awaken as the Hero of Time. But remember, though you open the door of time in the name of peace, Ganondorf, the Gerudo King of Thieves, used it to enter this forbidden sacred realm. He obtained the Triforce from the Temple of Light, and with its power, he became the King of Evil. His evil power radiated from the temples of Hyrule, and in 7 short years, it transformed Hyrule into a world of monsters. My power now has only little influence, even in this sacred realm. Namely, this Chamber of Sages. But there is still hope. The power of the sages remains. When the power of all the sages is awakened, the sages' seals will contain all the evil power in the void of the realm. I, Rauru, am one of the sages, and your power to fight together with the sages makes you the Hero of Time. The Hero of Time, chosen by the Master Sword. Keep my spirit with you, find the power of the other sages, and add their might to your own. You receive the Light Medallion. Rauru the Sage adds his power to yours. Find the other sages and save Hyrule. And with that very long nap, we are back in the Temple of Time. Link, we're back in the Temple of Time, but have 7 years really passed? It looks like you won't be able to use some of the weapons you found as a kid anymore. Let's get out of here. I've been waiting for you, hero of time. When evil rules all, an awakening voice from the sacred realm will call those destined to be sages who dwell in the 5 temples. One in a deep forest, one on a high mountain, one under a vast lake, one within the house of the dead, and one inside of a goddess of sand. Together with the hero of time, the awakened ones will bind the evil and return the light of peace to the world. This is the legend of the temples passed down by my people, the Sheikah. I am Sheik, survivor of the Sheikah. As I see you standing there holding the mythical master sword, you really do look like the legendary hero of time. If you believe the legend, you have no choice. You must look for the 5 temples and awaken the 5 sages. One sage is waiting for the time of awakening in the forest temple. The sage is a girl I am sure you know. Because of the evil power in the temple, she cannot hear the awakening call from the sacred realm. Unfortunately, equipped as you currently are, you cannot even enter the temple. But if you believe what I am saying, you should head to Kakariko Village. Do you understand, Link? Oh man, guys. Oh man. Alright, being completely real right now. Being completely 100% serious. I really like Sheik. And I am just like checking him out right now. Look, it's so pretty! So cool! So ninja! Yes, so ninja. I don't know. I just really like Sheik. I have always loved Sheik. And I don't know. I don't think I can get it across, even though I'm like checking him out from every single angle I possibly can, of how much I really like Sheik. I can just picture Sheik just standing there, and then Link just like circling him over and over, just staring, being like, "Oh, you're kind of pretty. You're kind of pretty." Now, Navi was saying that we can no longer use a bunch of our items. Well, she wasn't lying. As you can see, we can no longer use our Deku Stick, our Fairy Slingshot, our Mask, or our Magic Beans, or our Boomerang. Yeah, we only have basically our bombs, our bottles, and the magic spells left, which is kind of lame. Oh, and the Deku Nuts. I forgot about the Deku Nuts. But I will say one thing. I don't understand how these bugs are still alive.
Hello.
These bugs have like the longest insect lifespan in the world. Alright, with that aside, we can put that away and head on out to see what's happened within the 7 years that we've been gone. And as you can plainly see, things are very bad. You know a crisis is really terrible when it affects the atmosphere of the entire world. And if we come over here, I hate this. For obvious reasons. This is pretty much my worst nightmare of all time. Ever. And this is what's left of Hyrule Castletown Market. It is completely destroyed, and overrun by redeads. Needless to say, I am not a fan. I am not a fan of this whatsoever. And if we head up north, we can see that the market isn't the only thing that's changed in these 7 years. This isn't Hyrule Castle anymore. This is now Ganon's castle. And now I have to say, this is super ominous and super, super impactful, but it is pretty impressive how much this has changed in just 7 short years. I mean, this is pretty intense. This is a really huge change in comparison to what it used to be. I mean, it used to be all green and plush and like super bright and cheery. And there was like a hill over here and the castle was much further back. And yet now we just have this gigantic freaking... I did not want to talk to you, Navi. You are breaking up the mood. Go away. But just look at that. Look at that. This is unreal, and I don't know, it's just, to think that so much has changed in such a short amount of time. Can you imagine what Link would think if he came over here and just this? How that would feel to have everything just completely wiped out, and as far as he's concerned, in an instant. It's pretty nuts to think about, and quite frankly, to tack onto that, when I see this area in particular, right here with all these redeads, I know that this probably isn't the case, but I actually like to think of the redeads as the people who used to live in Hyrule Castle Town. I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing for me where I feel like that really adds to the gravity of the situation, to think that all of the people that used to live in the castle that wasn't able to escape turned into mindless, rotting zombies. I don't know, it's just something that I feel personally, and I know it's not canon, it's basically my headcanon, but I don't know, I feel like it adds a lot more depth and adds so much feeling into what we're doing. Like, I need to fix this right now for all those people who couldn't make it. And now, with that being done, we are ready to head into Kakariko Village. And thankfully, Kakariko Village doesn't seem to be quite so devastated. In fact, it's pretty booming. It is pretty booming. Yeah, this tree is just like freaking huge now. Something really cool is that now that it's 7 years in the future, we have a bunch of characters that moved from the castle to Kakariko Village. Like this guy, this old dude. He basically moved here from Hyrule Castle Town. And you'll see a lot of them throughout the village. They're not out and about right now, but later on we'll go and find a bunch of them, trust me. But anyway, now that we're here, our place of interest is actually the graveyard. We're not going to be doing much here yet, because I feel like we spent quite a lot of time already just kind of growing up, even though we just took a nap and But I do want to point this out before we end things off. Remember the little sprout? This is what that sprout turned into, and this is what it actually does. Yeah, it turns into a gigantic floating plant that takes you to collectibles and crap. And now, for our efforts in planting it, we get our first heart piece as an adult, which is combined with a green rupee that... money is in my heart. No, not really. But yeah, that's something really interesting, and we'll be finding this around a lot. We'll be doing that quite a bit. No, Poe. You stay over there. You are just awful. Anyway, now that we got ourselves a heart piece and we're all grown up and pretty, I mean, look at us. Look at us. We are just I'm saying we are just a lot, but that's all I can really say to describe it. No wonder Link was like a little playboy when he was like 8. Can you imagine now? He would just have all of the ladies. Anyway, so with that being said, next time we'll be heading into the graveyard and exploring a little bit. I will see you guys next time. MasaeAnela out.